Welcome, welcome, my beautiful Cancers. Brenda here, Brenda Tarot, and I'm here again today to bring you your general tarot and oracle card forecast for the week of February the 7th to the 13th, 2022. As I said, don't take every single card to heart. Not every card and the energy they carry may resonate with every Cancer, but some of it will, so run with that. And throw the rest out into the universe to those that it does. Should you desire a private reading with me, all that information is posted below every single one of my videos that I publish out here. My prices and how to contact me via email. Please know that I am booked solid up to this Friday. If it's urgent, I will consider taking readings on the weekend this weekend, because it just seems to be getting very, very busy again with private readings and people in the need of that counsel. So, okay, let's see what we have, my beautiful, beautiful Cancers. You know, looking briefly over this reading here, I'm seeing that you're definitely going to be up against some opposing energy this week. This might not be one of your best weeks, and I'm sorry, one of your best weeks of feeling elevated and elated and happy and overjoyed. I think, you know, your past is coming in and it's overflowing into your week this week. You know, any residual negative energy that you've been carrying and you've been holding and you haven't been able to cleanse and get rid of, I think you're going to be carrying that into this week. So I'm hoping that as we flow through the reading, things are going to pick up. And I do think they will be, because I think you're going to be getting the support of who you want to be with and who's going to be in your end of the ring to support you through your goals and your endeavors this week. So starting off, you have been given the sword, and this is about making a change. There's a big life change you've been thinking of making for a while now. This is a sign that you need to trust your instincts and take the leap of faith. Whether you're thinking about cutting your hair or finding a job better suited for you, do the thing. And do the thing that you want to do with confidence. So, you know, take a long look at what is it you want to do? Where is it you want to be? Who do you want to be with? Are you in that position that you feel comfortable, you feel secure, you feel peace and harmony? If not, I think you're going to be considering changing things up, doing things that are going to elevate your soul and elevate your demeanor and your disposition this week. Now, coming in under that, you have been given, you know, this beautiful page of wands, and this is all about being excited about new, a new situation that's going to come into your life. And also, you know, I think it's going to be an opportunity that you're going to be happy about, and you're ready to go for it. So maybe you're going to be out there. Maybe you're continuing to put out your resumes, or maybe you're continuing to be in contact with people who can find you the right job, or whatever the case is that you're doing. It's good news, okay? It's always about good news, but you have to continue being positive and believe in yourself here, okay? Go for what it is you want. Take that leap that's going to bring you to this fulfillment, because right now, I think you may be in a slump. You may be in a situation that you're not getting all that satisfaction from. You're not feeling that you're in the perfect job. You're not feeling that you're in that perfect place. You may be, you know, you may have to make a lot of decisions and choices here in the process, because, you know, the Seven of Cups comes forward here, and it says you may be faced with maybe a complex decision, and it could be difficult to choose between the options that are going to be available. But if you do your research, and I always say this card, you know, when you're doing this, it's not an eeny, meeny, miny, mo decision. You can't do it frivolously. You have to think about it. You have to say, what is going to bring me long-term security? Is this going to have longevity? Is this going to bring me to my happiness and peace? So before you make this decision, you need to weigh those options. Now, you may need to seek counsel from a mentor. Maybe you're having to make a choice and a decision here. Maybe you have to talk to somebody about this. Don't be afraid to do that. If it's a legal issue, or if it has to do with a situation at work, or if it's arbitrary, or if it's, you know, anything. You know, you could be dealing with anything at this moment, but if there's a decision and a choice you have to make, you may be feeling confused about it right now. So focus on it, okay? You can't shelve it. This is not, you can't procrastinate it, but you need to think about it. There's too many options maybe coming into your mind right now, and you're feeling absolute confusion. Don't let this confusion and your imagination carry you away here, okay? I think that you're making changes. I think you're thinking about these changes. I think you're thinking about everything going on in your head and all these choices and decisions that you're going to have to make. So, you know, once you think about what's going to work for you long term, what's going to benefit you to long term, I think that is the direction you're going to be going. Coming in with your next card, you have wounds. I told you there's something going on this week. Withheld support from the past can cause low self-esteem that crippled your action. So it's interesting. I think, this is an indication that problems you are now encountering in your creative process are related to past experiences that undermined your confidence in your abilities. Okay? Look to your past and recall what you can about that experience or the person who failed to support you and your attempts to actualize your individuality. Because unexamined wounds have more power to derail your creative efforts than those you are aware of. Wounds heal over time in a healthy person, but they heal faster if they are understood. Facing our wounds honestly and directly, but being as kind to ourselves being as kind to ourselves as we would be to a wounded child in a sign of emotional health. Selecting the wounds card also means that it is another person's past experiences that could be impacting the issue at hand. So this could be somebody else that you're closely linked with, that you're feeling this energy from. Okay, you might be dealing and taking on the burdens of other. You might be feeling the stress of another person who's going through some sort of difficulty as well. So it can be that too. So you have to let these go. I think you have to, realize that you have to face your wounds. And that means if you're dragging the past again into the equation, you've got to stop it. Okay. It's easy to do. We're all guilty of it. We get in those moods. We start thinking about the past. We want things to change. You either want to go back to the past or you're regretting what happened. So let it go. Okay. Because it's only going to halt you. It's only going to slow you up. It cripples you not to move forward. And you don't want to rob yourself of this joy that you are worthy of having. The Magician. Here you go. You can have what you want, and you've got support here for somebody that can help create this beautiful situation. So the universe is saying you've got all the resources here to move forward and create the happiness that you want. So tap into those resources, tap into those contacts, tap into networking, whatever it is you need to do to create this happiness in your life. Don't just settle. Don't be settled in a situation because it's easy. Beautiful Cancers. If there's something that you're wanting to go after, do it. Go after it. Keep pushing for that. Keep putting your foot in the door. And before you know it, the door is going to open. So you have all the resources here in the form of time, effort, support to go forward. And you may even be getting some unexpected resources coming in here. You might get that little tidbit. You might get that text, that call. You might get that contact. You might get some extra money. Whatever the case is, you have this ability to go for, to do this, create your magic right now. The universe says go for it. And you've got support here. Look who you've got stepping in. The Two of Cups. Somebody around you, possibly, could be a water sign or not, but somebody steps up here and they're all ready to take you in. Okay, they're all ready to support you in a close relationship. I mean, it could be a fond friendship that goes to the next level, or it could be your partner who is your best friend, right? And I always say to people, if your best friend becomes your lover, you have it all, okay? So I always say, get to know them. Make them your best friend. You have to really, really like them in order to really love them, because like and love are two different things. Maybe you're going through a healing here, because we talked about the wounds card, and you could be going through some past energy that you've been sort of thinking about holding on to, and now your relationship is going to heal. And know that this is still a committed relationship. It's not going anywhere, okay? And any difficulties you've had with other people around you, I think forgiveness is going to come into the equation, and those issues are going to be resolved in a good way as well. So it's a great card when it shows up that you have this support here around you. Now, coming in your center position here, you have the Flute. And again, disappointment in a friend or a lover. So, I think you're healing through some past energy here. You might be, when things aren't going smooth or as fast as you want, or in a relationship, we start to think back, and we start to think about the regrets and the disappointments, and we drag that in, and it magnifies the situation tenfold. So you've got to let this go. There could be some disappointment here. You could be experiencing that this week, but I think you're going to, with communicating with them, and with doing your meditative work, and with manifesting a happier outcome, I think you're going to move towards that, because a Hierophant shows up. And that's the blessing or the message from the divine. I think you're going to be leaning into the people that truly do support you. People in your group that have faith in you and where you want to go, and the same goals. You could be also tapping into your higher self, and you're maybe adding, in addition to your daily routine, more spirituality. Maybe some of you are into holistic natural healing. You're going to be doing healing for yourself and for others, sending it out into the universe or to this person that you feel this disappointment with. Fill them up with it. Fill them with that beautiful white and positive light, and just watch the difference that'll happen. I always say kill your enemies with kindness. It totally screws with their head. So right now, I think you may be, getting together and wanting to have more unity in your life, bringing people into your circle of friendship, people that are going to support you. You could be joining a spiritualist group as well. But there could be something to do with the church. There could be some occasion, some event that may be dealing with the church as well. And doing things, in a logical and organized manner here. I think, right now, I think you're realizing that you need more spirituality in your life more than ever, especially when you're down and out, when you're confused with decisions, when you're healing through a situation. Where do we turn? We turn to the mat, right? I call it going to the mat. Some people say getting down on your knees. Some people say praying, but you'll hear me say take it to the mat. So I think, a lot of people are going to be doing that, tapping into that. I don't think you have much to worry about money. However, maybe some of you are dealing with financial institutions, government, getting advice, and when it comes to your finances, you could be shifting money around. You could be tapping into pots of money, like I always say, robbing from Peter to give to Paul type of thing. So I do believe that you may be doing that. So also, this is the Midas touch card, which means I think your troubles are going to end. I think once you tap into what it is you truly want and you let this mindset of stress and worry and thinking of the past go, I think you're going to find that you're going to be much more confident here, because it talks about making the changes to be more confident. I do think that you're going to find that finances may ease up. Maybe you're going to be happier. Maybe your finances are going to get better, or you could be trying to move money around so that you can continue to be comfortable with your finances. But don't be afraid to step up and take on something new here. Don't be afraid to stick your neck out and go the distance towards your goal. What's your goal? Is your goal you want another job? You want a better job? You want more pay? You want excuse me, but my cat's in his litter box and he was meowing outside a minute ago to get in here, and now he's going to be very noisy. Too funny. Charlie decided that he was meowing on the other side of the door. I let him in, and of course he went into his box, and I use pellets instead of gravel because it's very dusty. And this is a tidbit I'll leave you. If you have an office and you've got your kitty litter box in the office, and mine has a lid on it, and he can go in and out as he wants, but it created dust. It went all over my computer screen and my printer and everything here. So I changed to cedar wood pellets and or newspaper pellets. And I tell you guys, it's the healthiest. You don't have the smell, you don't have the scent. So I'm adding this into your reading. Isn't this lovely? So, okay, let's get back. This King of Pentacles says, step up into your confidence level. Okay? You can't make a bad mistake. This is the Midas touch. So feel better, okay? This is working out much better as we move through this week. Now, coming in with your next message, you have been given passion reignites, and within the flawless patterns of each other's soul, you discover inner peace. You are caressed by each other's love, and this unfolds as endless blessings. Place no restrictions on one another. Be firmly grounded within each other's soil, but allow each space for your branches to sway freely so that you each may dance to the song of your own spirit. So this makes sense. Don't try to control other people, right? And don't allow them to try to control you. Try not to change the way they are. This is all about allowing them to do what they have to do and stepping back. Okay, stepping back and let them deal with their problems. Let them deal with their own life. Let them deal with this. So don't put any restrictions on anybody, okay? Just be grounded and allow yourself that space to step back and let them do what they need to do. So this is all about just going with the flow. Beautiful card, Ace of Pentacles. So we talked about work, we talked about jobs, we talked about career, and now when the Ace of Pentacles shows up, it is a fabulous card that says you may be hearing about beautiful things coming into you in the form of abundance. And it could be in the form, for some of you, maybe you're going to get a promotion, maybe you're going to get a salary increase, maybe you're going to be receiving some unexpected money, and that's what this is all about. If you're opening your own business, chances are it's going to succeed at this time. because you're building this foundation, this legacy of prosperity, one little brick at a time, and you're doing it well. You could be returning to, I've had people question this on me, but I have often had this referred to as returning good health as well, and beautiful, excellent luck. Now, some of you could be deciding on taking a course, a new form of study, something that's going to enhance your resume. It could be a residual income. It could be a passive income coming in. It could be a secondary job. But I think you might be going back to school to take something like that. Coming in next, you have the Knight of Rods. So this could be coming in quickly. The Knight of Rods is quick moving energy, and I think something could be surfacing and coming in. You may be hearing about something very soon that is going to be very interesting to you. You might have the urgency to have to go and do something, celebrate something, sign papers, documents, contracts, anything. But it's this urgency that when something comes in suddenly, you can't shelve it. You can't forget about it. You can't procrastinate about it. You got to go after it. When the Knight of Rods shows up, that's what this is all about. Going and acting on something here very, very quickly and realizing that you can't, like I say, you can't shelf it. Okay, it's a situation that requires immediate and full attention. So pay attention to it and don't pay attention to the details, okay? But it could also be suddenly having to be asked to take a trip. Maybe you're having to pack your bags and all of a sudden your employer says you have to go and travel for your job. It could be you're moving. This could be a change of residence and all of a sudden you've decided that you're going to do this. Beautiful. Okay, coming in next, you have surrender to addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. So this is clear and concise. It can have to do with addictive behavior, repeating bad behavior, repeating history, over-worrying, over-obsessing. It could be any of these things. So this is all about you stepping up, looking in the mirror here and saying, okay, I have to cut something out here with the sword here. I have to cut this out so that I feel better. I'm not going to feel wounded. I'm not going to feel these disappointments anymore. So whatever it is, if it's giving up toxic relationships, friendships, energy around you, your eating habits, whatever the case is, I think it's now time, and I think you're dealing with an awful lot this week on your plate that is going to make you feel better because you're going to come out the champion. Here you have the Chariot going in. Yeah, you know what? There's consequences when we overdo, we overwork, we overeat, we overdrink, whatever the case is. There's always going to be consequences later. So I think, you realize that there's something you have to do. It's powerful and you're going to go for it. This is the card that says he's a champion, okay? Going for what he wants, but maintaining his positivity here. You do have the Midas touch here. So you've got support here coming in to help support you to get over whatever issues you're dealing with this week, okay? I think you're going through a period right now where you have to step up and go for what it is you want. And you're going to succeed at it as long as you maintain the mindset and be mindful that you can win it. He goes in there with that mindset. He knows there's risks. He knows there's consequences, but he doesn't think he's going to lose. He thinks he's going to win. And because of that, he does. So I think you're going to be commending yourself for an accomplishment that you're making here. Think about all the things you've had to deal with in the past, Cancer. And all of a sudden now, the universe is saying, hey, pay attention, look in the mirror, commend yourself, pat yourself on the back. You've come so far. You've hung in this far. Now, your final card here is the Ace of Cups. Now, we talked about the Two of Cups. Now you have the Ace of Cups. And this is beautiful energy coming into you saying that there could be something, there could be a new love affair coming into some of you, a new person that comes into your life that could bring in a new romance. For others, I think you may be renewing your relationship with somebody, your current relationship. And you could also find yourself falling in love or falling in love again with the same person. So, or falling in love with the situation. You're tapping into your own intuitiveness. You're tapping into your own psychic abilities now. And I think you're going to feel so much better. And you're not going to fight resistance and go against resistance anymore. You're going through something here spiritually. You're growing. And you're going to find, it's going to be rich emotional experiences that you are having right now. And this makes so much sense in this reading. This is about true friendship, somebody being around you, soulmates, compassion, and kindness. And again, you could be thinking about moving and buying a new home or relocating. Maybe you're relocating with your love, with a partner, talking about that, looking at home and real estate, or, making more space in your home to partner up and be together. So it's beautiful. Well, my beautiful Cancers, this is your reading. Yours is one of the longest ones out here. But I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic week here to look forward to. Know that I continue to send you many blessings and much love, and I'll see you soon.